today. So next little bit of thing about digital banking thing we'll discuss. So important thing which might be coming in the examination, those things I'm going to discuss. So one of the thing is called Bharat QR, Bharat QR code or Bharat Quick Response Code, QR code. So what is this little bit of thing is required? So for the say next say for the last so many years, you have seen that the smartphone use has been totally increased like anything. So this growth in usage of smartphone and along with the internet, which is worldwide, it is available. Internet, everybody knows what is internet. So this usage of smartphone through internet has led this payment industry in the banking financial industry, payment thing, India a sharp increase in this quick response code. So payment solution or quick response code based payment solutions have increased a lot. Nowadays, you see that even credit card use has come down a little bit. People are using their smartphone with QR code to make the payment. So all the banks have also started providing their own variants of mobile banking app, or they are called wallets, that users can download those things and use through their smartphones to make as well as receive payment. So those specific banks QR code are downloaded by the clients or customers, and they can use those QR code both for sending money to somebody or paying to somebody or to receive the payment from somebody else. So these QR code based interfaces, this QR code based interfaces has been initiated due to this digital banking, and it has paved a new way for merchants and customers. It's vendor and customer to exchange the funds using the mobile phone. So nowadays, this QR code thing has become a preferred channel to expedite and grow the electronic payment thing in the financial industry. So NPCI, NPCI with ICS is International Card Scheme. NPCI is our Indian National Payment Authority, so Payment System Authority with ICS. They have launched this Bharat QR code, which is based on digital payment mechanism that merchant establishments or e-commerce platforms and m-commerce website, they can use it. So basically they are using all these things, and that's why it is a code which is QR code which uses the P2M type of fund exchange, person to merchant type of fund exchange or payment of the thing from person to merchant, the payment is made. Okay, so customers can pay through their card linked account or UPI ID or IFSC account linked or Aadhaar linked account by scanning this QR code via this Bharat QR responses, which are the application to be downloaded in the smartphones. Second one is VMAP, which is very largely used VMAP. This VMAP is full form is Bharat Interface for Money. Bharat Interface for Money app. So this app also lets you to make simple, easy, and quick payment transaction using your UPI. UPI is Unified Payment Interface. You can make instant bank-to-bank payment, as well as you can pay and collect money using the mobile number or virtual payment access addresses like UPI ID. So these systems, they operate free of charge. There is no charge at all. These are totally free. Anybody can use it for free of cost. So basically, these are the things. So what are the features of this Beam app? You can send money through virtual payment address, that is UPI ID. You can request money also. So collect money by entering the virtual payment ID or UPI ID. And you can scan and pay. So QR code is there, you can scan and pay. So QR code can be scanned and easily the payment can be generated from you. Or any transaction, if you want to check your transaction, you can check all your transaction. Last some transaction you want to check what are the transaction I have made. So those can be, the transaction history can be checked by you. Also, if there are anything which is sent by you, which is pending to be reaching the receiver, then such pending UPI collect requests can be also tracked by you. You can raise the complaint for the declined transaction by clicking on the report issue available in the Beam app. You can switch between multiple bank accounts linked to your Beam app. You can set or change your UPI PIN also. So there are almost more than 20 languages you can opt for through this Beam app in India. You have an option to block any user. Any of the spam users are there, you can block them. So these are the things which are available in the Beam app. Okay. So Bharat QR code and Beam app. Next, some new thing has been introduced recently, which is called UPI 123 Pay and DG Sati. And this interoperable cardless cash withdrawals at ATMs. These three are the new things which have been recently, say I think in the March or April of 2002, March and April 2022, these are introduced. So what is this UPI 123 Pay? This is an option to make UPI payments for any feature phone. Any feature phone means normal mobile phones. It is not a smartphone. Suppose somebody is not having smartphone, but basic handheld devices like feature phone they are using. So through that phone, this UPI 123 Pay system can be used for making any payments using that UPI interface. Okay. And DG Sati is a 24/7 helpline. This is a 24/7 helpline which provides a channel to obtain help on any kind of digital payment you want. So it operates on an automated response system on information related to any kind of digital payment products and services which are available in Hindi and English through multiple options, like there are toll-free number, there are a short code where you can access those things, and some websites are there. Even chatbots are also available in these settings. So at present, the efficient access to UPI is available on smartphones. UPI can be accessed through this non-unified USSD system also. So USSD system, we can say that National Unified USSD platform is being used. So using a simple code for this feature phone, that is, the code is say *99#. So this code can be used for initiating any type of inquiry or any kind of transaction you want. So this code can be used. So immediately you will get a helpline support from DSATI, and then whatever you want to do, you can get the help. And if you want to send money or receive money or look into something, that can be guided by this DSATI. But this option is actually, this is not so user friendly. It is little bit cumbersome. So it has not become so popular nowadays. Okay. So basically these things are, what are the things done normally? When our smartphone is there, the app-based functionality is applicable. If smartphone is not there, then you have to use this code, or you can give a missed call facility, so that after giving the missed call, the helpline will be available to you. And it is the helpline is available in your IVR. IVR is interactive voice response mode. So these are the two things which are. Then the next one is interoperable cardless cash withdrawal at ATMs. So basically, this is nothing but this is to use ATM to cash withdrawal without a card. So this is cardless system of using the ATM. So cardless cash withdrawal through ATMs. So few banks in India, they have started this operation. So without a card, you can use the ATM to withdraw money. So cardless cash transaction helps in reducing the fraud. So it definitely it will reduce the fraudulent transaction. Like sometimes you will find that some pictures might have seen or video might have seen somebody has put some skimming machine or clone devices thing inside the slot of the keypad of the ATMs. So whenever you use those things, automatically it will clone it can detect your say PIN number or something like that. So to encourage the cardless cash withdrawals across all the banks and all ATM networks in the country, RBI has proposed to enable customer authorization through the use of Unified Payment Interface UPI, while settlement transaction will happen through the ATM network. Now, today's news, I have read that from 1st January 2023, State Bank of India will have the OTP system in the ATMs. Apart from the PIN, when you use your card, enter your PIN and whatever the amount you want, all the details. After that, again, one OTP will come to your mobile. So you have to provide the second factor, that is OTP has to be provided in the ATM, so that you can get the cash. So from 1st January, it will be applicable. So SBI is the first bank which has announced that from 1st January 2023, any amount above 10,000, they are going to start with that thing. After that, it will be applicable for all amount.
Sir,
So basically, these are the things to reduce the fraudulent activity in the ATM.
Sir, when UPI 123 pay introduced? May, March?
March or April 2002, recently.
Okay. 2002, no?
2022.
222.
Recently, I told her 2022, I think March 2022, most probably March 2022. Now, something about artificial intelligence also you have to learn. What is this, how this operates? Sometimes some question might be coming, because this is one of the thing which is additional part of your retail banking. So artificial intelligence has become popular for the last 2-3 years, very much popular, and it has become a common thing. So what is this artificial intelligence? Now you see, you might have heard about this Tesla car. Elon Musk car, Tesla car. These cars are totally automated car. Automated car means no driver is there. Car is driven by computer automatically. So how this is possible? Because this is possible due to artificial intelligence only. So what is this artificial intelligence? This is a process of simulation of reasoning and application of the stored information. So entire thing, how it will happen, they have simulated it, and the application is there, so coding has to be done in the computer, and artificial intelligence is a part of that coding which guides the computer to write its own language itself. It is not required to write the code by the person. He writes in such a way, such logic and reasoning is applied so that whenever the next step is required, automatically computer will be writing the code for the next step, which is the, so computer recognizes those things according to the movement and obstacles which are there. According to that, computer will write the further program. So it is not required that human will be writing. So human already have written a code. After that, for next thing, computer is so much intelligent that it will use its artificial intelligence to write the further program. So step by step, the programs or codes are being written by the computer and actions are performed there. So here basically artificial intelligence is that a computer programs or codings are made in such a way that they will work itself as if a human brain or human intelligence is working. So once it is written by somebody, then it is left to the computer. So after that, the entire performance, entire writing of the program or code is to be done by the computer only. So artificial intelligence will use all such sorts of instruction given by of the first initial coding through logical reasoning, and it will initiate and execute the required action as the steps move there. So basically the robots, you might be seeing that robots are performing so many jobs. So how this is possible? This is only possible that the code has been written in such a way that further activity of the robot are recreated by the computer itself, and it is done simultaneously. So the entire system involving these are created into the package to execute the desired command, which is called artificial intelligence. Okay, so what are the stored information would be? Definitely some data has to be there. And the rules of such information to be utilized, what are the rule, how it will be utilized? Then computer, according to these two things, the computer itself will understand the instruction through the problems or commands, problem statements or command given. Then it will recognize human voice, human posture, and non-verbal signals. Also, it can recognize optical vision through the camera which is fixed in that. And through using all this, the computer has the capability of reasoning as per the set of commands so that the further coding can be written by them. So basically, this is the process. Some of the things which are used in artificial intelligence, you should know also. A system which is developed for a specific task by using this artificial intelligence, when a system is developed for
हेलो
executing a specific task.
हो बोल नाही बोल बोल काय रे ठीक आहे अरे पण ते एकत्र करून पाठवायला पाहिजे ना मग अच्छा मी नाही बघितलं ना
मिस्टर राजेश अंबरकर, आपका अगर कोई काम है तो आप प्लीज शांत रहिए और माइक को बंद करके जितना बात करना कीजिए. माइक ऑन रख के आप बात कर रहे हैं, क्लास को डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हैं. सो ए सिस्टम व्हिच इज developed to perform a specific task through this artificial intelligence, that is called a weak artificial intelligence, weak AI. So what are these? You must be having at your home or in a mobile phone, you must be, suppose you have Siri in your Apple things, iPhone or any Apple devices or Siri is there, or if you have Alexa or you have Google Home, all these are artificial, they operate on the artificial intelligence only, but they are under doing the specific task. Whatever you want to say in the server, they have all this information, and immediately, like you are searching Google in the computer, so you don't have to type all those things, you just say those things and automatically it recognizes your voice and it retrieves the data and speaks to you. So these are under weak artificial intelligence system. But a, a system which is developed with much more information or capability to do, like they can generate, say, human-like cognitive abilities, so that it can perform much more general purpose jobs and unfamiliar tasks, like driving a car without driver. So they are called strong artificial intelligence. Okay. So basically, this thing behind this job, someone has actually initiated this artificial intelligence, which dates back to 1950. From there only, that person thought that the future computers can have its own brain like human brain. So that brain is artificial brain. So that's why it is called artificial intelligence. So his name was Alan Turing. Alan Turing has predicted that the computers can think like, or like human being, they will be, it is a possible that they can think like human being. So, and this thing first was introduced by Alan Turing. Then in 1956, one computer expert or scientist called McCarthy, J. McCarthy, J. McCarthy, he modified such thing which was developed by Alan Turing, and he proved that this is possible for a computer to think like humans by incorporating some set of instruction which are called the codes or programs, which are very, very logical in nature. So this is what they have established in 1956. Now it is happening. So after 2000 only this has developed, and nowadays in after 2020 it has become more popular. So you see all those gadgets you are having, say wearable, say fitness gadgets you are having. You have autopilot mechanism in the aircraft, in the say taxis and cars. You have robots. So all these things operate under artificial intelligence. Autopilot in the aeroplane. So pilot will be just setting everything sets, and pilot will be leaving the plane to guide through for 1 hour or 2 hour, or even for a long journey like 10 hours, 15 hours, it can autopilot mode, the plane can move. So what is the, see, wonderful things are these things. So the advantage of artificial intelligence over human intelligence is that human memory or intelligence is limited to certain extent. Our intelligence, our brain power are limited up to a certain extent, because after that it cannot perform a task containing large volume of data at a single time. It is not possible. For a human brain, unless it's special like Sakuntala Devi or something, they only, say, very rare to rare in rarest cases, such human beings are there who can be called as a computer brain, because they can handle a large amount of volume of data to make computation, calculation, and so many things. But a computer can handle any volume of data you give, and any amount of instruction you give, the computer can at single point of time can perform. So definitely a computer's brain or memory or its intelligence is always better than the human brain as far as the execution is concerned. But as far as thinking is concerned, maybe human brain is much more advanced than the computer. But execution of any program or set of instruction which is given or handling of so many data are limited in human brain, but it can be performed by the computers. So these are the basically these are the artificial intelligence thing. Okay, so these things, so robotics is normally this through this artificial intelligence. And nowadays for customer service in all this banking and other things, you see that every website has got a service industry has got a uh, chat box. Chat box is there where you can talk to their customer representative. Nowadays, even these boxes are not handled by a person over there. You may be typing everything now. Earlier it was called chat box. Now these are called chat bots. Chat bots means these are handled by the computers. They are having having artificial intelligence type of coding there. So chatbot are those things where online platforms provide this so that customer can ask a series of things to them and the answer can be easily received by them. So there is nothing at the back end of chatbots that some person will be there to read your queries and answer it. It is not required. Okay. Basically, either you send through voice or text, it will recognize and it will be sending you the required information which is asked by you regarding the service. So these are all artificial intelligence things. Okay. But there are certainly some risk is there in artificial intelligence. So it is possible that it can be hacked because hacking is done by the expert in computers only. So through hacking, the miscreants or those people who are having some evil intention, they can use any social or financial platforms to create fake news, to give you fake guidance, to give fake advisory services for either financial fraud or create any kind of chaos in the mass of the people. So that is possible in uh, uh, while doing the hackers can do it. And that is another possible risk which is called unconscious bias. So normally unconscious bias means what? Normally this coding or programmings are done by human being. Suppose a program in artificial intelligence has been developed to capture the voice commands to execute. Suppose one of the artificial intelligence thinks that it will listen to the voice commands only, like your Google Home or Alexa. They are designed in that they will be only listening to your voice. And according to after recognition of that voice, they will answer you back. Suppose these are written by, and this before the coding is done, normally those people who write, suppose they are the people from USA. Naturally, the codes which are written are prepared to pick up the voice which normally, since they are writing, USA people are writing, so voice should be more inclined towards a American accent, American accent of English, American accent of English, because they will pick up the American accent only. They will not pick up any other language like a Indian speaks English or a Chinese speaks English or a English people they speak English. So different types of Australians speak different type of English. So normally what happens, the artificial intelligence language or coding is done in such a way that It is unconsciously written because they are people of USA. They do not know the diversity of language process. So they will be writing in this such way that this computer will recognize more the American accent only. So what will be the problem? Sometimes when we speak to Google Home or Alexa, sometimes some pronunciation is so wrongly done by us, or not wrongly, actually it is so different from the US pronunciation that sometimes the Google Home or Alexa cannot recognize, and they will reply that I could not get it. I could not understand what you say. Kindly repeat this one. So this thing might happen, which is called unconscious bias. This is not intentionally done. So it is unconsciously done. So that's why it is called unconscious bias. And this problem can be also nowadays, after such problem has come up, now the experts have come out with that to address this problem, unconscious bias. So what they have done, a system has been created which is called cognitive thinking. They have created a system which is called cognitive thinking. So if the machine finds, so what is this? If the machine finds or computer finds difficult to understand the voice, speech or text which you have written language, then it will ask some question. It has been designed in such a way that if it is difficult to recognize the voice, text or any speech the computer is receiving, it will ask questions. Some set of questions are there. Automatically, it will ask some set of questions to you to clarify further that what you actually want. So 2-3 questions will be asked by the computer, so that if he has not recognized part of your speech or part of your text or part of your voice, then through question, further 2-3 questions will clarify that, and finally they will understand that what you want. So cognitive thinking and artificial intelligence always go together, hand in hand, or they are coexist now, because there might be some problem with this unconscious bias. To resolve that problem or to address that problem, this cognitive thinking type of thing has been evolved. Okay, so in these things, sometimes you might be hearing about something called uh, after this artificial, something called machine learning language. Machine learning. What is machine learning? Machine learning is nothing but it is a subdomain of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is about the coding the computer system to understand, think, and decide to act similar to human being, artificial intelligence. Whereas machine learning is about how to make a computer learn the required set of coding automatically. So the further step, it will write the coding. So that is called machine learning. So within the artificial intelligence, it will be there. Machine learning is there. Set of instruction is given to the computer so that it will understand, it will recreate the coding for further thing, what actions to be taken. To execute this artificial intelligence, machine learning is the part where the computer itself writes the program further. Sometimes there is a thing called supervised learning. What is supervised learning? So the supervised learning is, say, the correct answer is provided in the training data set, where this data set is given for writing the computer this coding. So basically, the correct answer is already provided in the data set in the program. And the machine is to predict the function using this input of correct data set. So the learning can train to classify, to make a group or cluster, and cluster of the data which is there, it will make a group, and it will predict the function which is required in the next step. And the machine learning will come into that and write the program. So that is called supervised learning. Another thing called unsupervised learning. unsupervised learning is there. So what is unsupervised? This is a algorithm which is used in this machine learning or this artificial intelligence, which helps inferring the structure of available unclassified data which might be there. So it might be a hidden pattern or some kind of rules, etc. within the data is there. So basically, if those are in the algorithm, so computer will automatically pick up those things, and without any set of instruction, because it is unsupervised learning, computer will take care of all these things. And another thing which is to be known by you, this Internet of Thing, IoT. So Internet of Thing means this is a new thing which should be known by you. Computer which are run on microprocessors. Normally, computers are running on microprocessors, the chips and etc., Intel, everything. So they are the microprocessors. So many appliances, gadgets, machines we use on our daily basis all contain such microprocessors for executing some of the job, intelligent operations. Many of these are also connected with the radio frequency identification antenna or infrared sensors or Wi-Fi receptions, Bluetooth, etc. So just sitting at one place, you can communicate with the device to make certain things happen or shut them off. So these connected features of machine appliances and gadgets are called Internet of Things. Now you can see a simple example. Now these bulbs are coming, which can be connected to your Wi-Fi. They are called smart bulbs. So you can connect it to Wi-Fi so that from your mobile phone, you can operate these bulbs. So you can switch off, switch on, or different colors of light will come in a single bulb. You want to do a lot of say activities in the bulb, like it will say what you call uh, different colors of light will be switching between time. In Diwali those lights are uh, different types of bubbling lights are there, so that can be performed. So you can even set a time to at what time this bulb should be switched on and what time it should be switched off. So all these gadgets we are using. Similarly, fans are also coming. Now freezers are also there. Your microwave is there. So all these things are coming with such microprocessor which can be used by you through a mobile phone or something. Because these smart gadgets can be operated from anywhere. Suppose you are 100 kilometers away also, you can operate these bulbs also. So these are the things which are called when they are run on machines or computers or any of the gadgets which are operated through such artificial intelligence thing or intelligent operations are done, they are called Internet of Things or IoT. Okay. And social adaptation mean now everyone knows about these things because these are very convenient features to operate. Now you are just sitting at a place and doing everything. You don't have to go to switch on the fan or switch on the light, anything. Even such things are there. Even if some things, some devices are there, just you can whistle it or you can just clap it. It will be on. To clap, it will be switched off. So gradually, what is happening that man is totally dependent on the machine now. And man does not do anything. That's why the weight of the person is increasing day by day. They they do not move around. They do not have to do manually. So everything is done by the computer without any physical activity of the person. So these are the things which are new things. So use of artificial intelligence in the banking business. So these are the things which can be utilized. KYC, ML thing can be done. Customer query handling can be done. Chatbots and other things, it can be handled by a single chatbot. Can handle so many customers at the same time. Product information can be given to the customer when they raise a query. Online marketing or market survey can be done. Gauging the customer behavior or CRM can be also done by this artificial intelligence. Complaint handling can be there. So many things, huge amount of data, huge amount of thing can be done by a computer itself. So manpower is not required. So artificial intelligence is a very useful thing which can be, if it is used intelligently for the service of mankind, then definitely it is a very good blessing for the human mankind. Now we'll from digital market, digital banking things, we will move to the marketing things. So a little bit of marketing also you will learn. So marketing is what? Marketing is
Sir, AML means sir?
AML,
Yep.
KYC, AML,
Yes, sir. Full form.
KYC, you know, na?
Yeah, sir.
AML is anti-money laundering.
Okay, fine. Okay.
KYC has come from anti-money laundering activity only. Okay. So money laundering activity, how to stop that? Then only this KYC has come. So both are taken together, KYC, AML. So marketing is creating and delivering of customer satisfying services at a profit. So basically, marketing is to create such a thing in the customer's mind that he is satisfied, and in return we have done that, so we get a profit also, because we can make a sale to the customer and he is satisfied. And this means that creating and delivering, and not only that, when the customer is satisfied with the marketing of this thing, so customer, if satisfied or delighted, he can become our marketeer also. Means he will market the products or services of our bank for free of charge. He is delighted, he is satisfied, means he will talk about his experience to at least 4 people. So he is marketing at least 4 people, one customer marketing for 4 people. So how many satisfied customer you are there? So each of them can market 4 people unnoticedly, unintentionally they are marketing. So marketing is, that's why it is very good concept. Without marketing, nowadays it is not possible to reach out to the customer and sell them. So marketing is carried out through different steps. So first, you have to understand the need of the customer. First, you have to understand and identify what is his need. Only then you can sell to him about which is the product or services which is fitting to the customer. Otherwise, he will not buy. So first you identify, then develop the appropriate product to satisfy the customer's need. And after developing, you provide the customer with the efficient delivery channel for availing the offered product, for that appropriate product. So delivery channel, either it is hand-to-hand physical delivery or virtual delivery channel through internet or anything they can buy also. So you have to provide that to the customer. Then next is make them avail the product and services continuously. That means this is not a one-time sale. This is not a one-time sale. This is not a one-time sale. It has to be a continuous process, because we want to have them for an indefinite period, so that they will buy our product and services in a continuous process, so that our profit increases. More sale, more. So more the customer. So this is basically for customer satisfaction. This means it will create more customer. So more customer means more sale. More sale means more profitability for our retail banking products and services. So broadening the customer base is the prime idea for retail bankers. So marketing is the only way where you can create the customer base, a wider customer base, satisfy them, and stay in the business and increase your business. Okay, so basically marketing is matching the bank's resources with the customer's need in a profitable manner. Simple thing. Profit is the objective. You have to develop the product as per the customer's need, sell it to it. He is satisfied. He stays with you for a longer period, and he will buy your service and product always. So this is about briefly about marketing. Next is the marketing method which is adapted through a marketing mix method. So basically marketing mix means what? It refers to the ingredients or the things which is inside marketing that makes up a good meal for the customer. So you create a good recipe through the mix of the marketing so that it becomes a very, say, I can say palatable or sumptuous meal, very tasty meal, so that after eating that meal, customer will be satisfied. So these recipes, which are the ingredient which are added, they are structured and offered so that the customer consumes them and taste it, feels them very tasty, and they enjoy the thing and they get satisfied. So that is a metaphor I'm using. It is not about preparing or cooking meal. This is a metaphor I'm using. Okay. So what are these ingredients are? These ingredients are the 7 P's of the marketing. There are 7 P's of marketing mix. Okay. So they are what? Product, price, promotion, place, people, process, and physical evidence. So difference lies in how these P's are taken care of and re-engineered through the marketing process. And the success which lies in developing a winning combination of above, see these 7 P's, and effectively deliver the promise which is promised to the customer. And these 7 P's are totally independent from each other. Independent each other as well as they are interdependent also. So each P is important or vital and they contribute their part in the effectiveness of the bank marketing. First is product. Product means, anything that has the capacity to provide satisfaction, through which the satisfaction comes from the use of that product, or it can be a service also, which is used and return, which is desired by the customer. So you have to showcase your product in a beautiful way. All the products or services should be showcased in such a way that it will look very attractive. A customer will be attracted to that, so that he will look into that. And if they find it is really appropriate for them, then they are going to buy that one. So basically that means what? The product or services you are selling has the capacity, or you are selling should be at the center of every element in the marketing mix, because product is the important thing. Which product means product and services both are the important thing which you are selling. Rest are coming after that. Then becomes price. Then the second one is price. It is the resultant transaction cost. This is the transaction cost the customer will pay in exchange of the product or services. Or this is the transaction cost which is borne by the customer. So the strategy behind the price. So the strategy behind the price of our product or services need to be based on what your customers are prepared to pay. So this is about what the customer is prepared to pay, because in the competitive market, customer is always inclined towards the l- cheapest offer or the lowest offer he will get. It is not about the highest. So most of the customer, they are prepared, they will be inclined towards the lowest prices, competitive price. So your strategy should be in that to stay in the business with a competitive pricing, which is actually prepared to be paid by the customer. Next comes promotion. Promotion is the effort of the seller or the vendor or the bank to reach the customer and give the information about the product and services so that the bank can win their heart. So this promotion can be done through personal selling, advertisements, so commercial through TV and social media, sales promotion, publicity through hoarding, etc., or some of the fairs which are happening there. Also, the bank stalls can be put so that people will know. So, different types of promotion activities are required to generate the awareness about the product and services which are sold by the bank. Then, please, the place where the bank is offering the products, where the actually this offering of the product is happening. Nowadays, this is not limited to the physical place or branch or somewhere. Now it is also offered through a virtual place, which is called the website. So from the website through internet banking also, the product or services can be bought by the customer. So where and how your products are displayed and sold, that is the place. So your customer should know the details about the place where you are offering your products and services. As I told earlier, the place was limited to the branches only. Nowadays, thanks to technology, the format has changed completely. Now it is branch is not, few people are coming to the branch. Now people are rather inclined or rather prefer to do purchases through website, online thing. And they prefer the things should be delivered at their doorstep. That's why this Amazon, Flipkart, they are having volume of sales. They are creating profit worldwide. Then people. People means the human factor in our bank who are giving these services, doing marketing and giving the services. It starts with the banker. We are the banker and ends with the customer. So excellent customer service will give pleasure to the customer, satisfaction will be there, or delight will be there for the customer. So basically that means creation of that delight or happiness or pleasure in the customer means the banks are trying to retain the customer for a longer period. That is the main aim. Because creating new customer or attracting new customer is costly and difficult. Rather than retaining a customer is much more easier than attracting a new customer. And another thing that if you satisfy a customer through word of mouth publicity, he will attract 4 customers for you without any cost. So it is important that everyone who represents the bank or deals with the customer are fully trained professionals with adequate knowledge of the services and product and how they are going to improve the lives of the problems of the customer. So lives and the problems which is faced by the customer, if you improve that, then you can retain the customer. Then next is process. Process means we have discussed about the product development process, product structuring, product marketing, product delivery. So everything is a process. So the process of developing the product and then finally delivering your products to the customer should be designed for maximum efficiency and reliability so that every customer is satisfied. With the rise of online shopping, nowadays everything is online. Digital partnership and logistics have become an essential part of the marketing mix. So process is one of the next important thing after product. Next is physical evidence. So physical evidence also we have discussed in that. That is about the tangibility and intangibility. Developing tangibility to the intangibility. Tangibility. So development of tangibility means which can be touched and felt and it can be enjoyed. That means if you can create this tangibility, that is you are creating the physical evidence of your product and services. That means you are creating a brand for that product or services. It will become a brand. Brand means more and more people will be knowing that product, they will be buying that product. So this proves that your brand exists and that purchases are taking place continuously. Like your branch offices, physical branch offices, branch or store, or your online portal or your website, your printed business cards, your leaflets which are exchanged to the customer to inform them about the product and services. Those are the physical evidence. Those should be in a beautiful manner that should be done so that it pleases the customer. So it is all about the things your customer sees, customer looks at, customer hears about you, and customer experiences those things in relation to your product and services. So all those things together, if they are mixed together and done for efficiently, then definitely your sales will be definitely it will grow like anything. Your volume of sale will increase. So your profit will increase. So these are the different marketing mix. Okay. Now marketing of digital banking products, how it has done. So because now digital banking things are available and it can be easily marketed online also. So you can bank and market through digital channels like social media, TV. Those are the things where digital channels are available. So it is can be easily marketed. So you have TV, you have radios and commercials advertised through internet-based sources. E-galleries or digital branch can be created. So basically, it is becoming increasingly essential to market your in social media or through electronic media. Nowadays, banks spend more than half of their budget for this marketing purpose through the social media or digital channels, then creating hoardings and other things. So basically, what is the purpose of doing this? This actually increases the push for competitiveness. Competitiveness. So if your advertisements are seen on the TV and other social media, then people will be also knowing about, because unless you see it, you cannot know about the product. You see it, then you can be today or tomorrow, after some days, you might require this or somebody might be requiring which you know, so that you can refer that one. So that is one thing. So this can be done through chatbots are there. So anything require website, so customer logs into the chatbots and immediately it can be handled. So you can have it to some of the things which can be personalized in this digital channel so that they can be easily marketed. So machine learning and artificial intelligence can be used for marketing purpose. So all these things can be done without involvement of more human beings, so that it can be done in a very huge way. Because when humans are required, the limitation of humans are very slow, very low. So it will take longer time. But in case of digital marketing, within a short span of time, you can advertise your products through different social media channels or radio or TV. So it will reach a more wider number of customers within a short span of time. Okay. Now regarding third party product distribution, you know what are the third party products? So normally you sell insurance, mutual funds, etc., which are risk free things. We don't have any risk. You are selling as an agent for somebody else who's making the product. So your customers under your roof, they are getting the services of getting this insurance or mutual fund or anything else. So basically, that is called third party product distribution. So any of the scheduled commercial bank or their subsidiaries are permitted by RBI to carry the business as agent of insurance company or mutual fund. So if any bank interested, they have to ask for the permission from the RBI. After that, RBI will allow. The eligibility criteria is that the net worth of the bank should not be less than 500 crore. Capital adequacy ratio not less than 10%. And NPA at a reasonable level. And banks should have net profit for the last 3 consecutive years. So if this eligibility criteria is fulfilled by any bank, scheduled commercial bank or their subsidiary, then RBI will give you permission. And agreement with the principal means agreement with the insurance company or mutual fund should be for a period of 3 years. After that, again, it will be renewed. So not exceeding 3 years, the agreement with the principal should be done. After 3 years expiry, it can be renewed. Okay. So this is what the thing about third party product distribution. So when you are selling insurance, then definitely IRDA comes into the picture. So customers' grievances or anything is there, IRDA is the regulator for insurance. Similarly, if the mutual funds are there, then SEBI comes into the picture. SEBI and RBI is always there. So SEBI comes into the picture. So this can be done for this. Even sometimes foreign companies also are there where if that is a foreign partner is required to be the principal to which the agreement should be done. In such cases, approval of IRDA as well as approval of FIPB, that is Foreign Investment Promotion Board. This is required. Apart from RBI's permission, their permission is also required. In such cases, actually, these are permitted for the joint ventures of the bank. Not the bank can do this. Normally, this is to form a joint venture who can take care of all these businesses. Okay.
Sir, FI?
FIPB, Foreign Investment Promotion Board. FIPB, Promotion Board. Now, a little bit about customer relationship management. So, customer relationship management, it is a part of the marketing thing. Here, how the customer relationship can be managed to create more and more stronger bond with the customer so that it is retained and we can use the customer data to sell more and more product to the such customer. So that is called customer relationship management. So it is a 360-degree view of the customer. So you have to look into the customer's anatomy totally, what he is and what is his requirement. So you have to look
One small doubt, sir. For mutual funds, SEBI or AMFI, sir? AMFI, that is that.
AMFI is not regulator. AMFI is not regulator. Regulator is SEBI only.
SEBI only. Okay.
AMFI is a part of thing. They conduct examination for those things. That is the different. Regulator is SEBI. AMFI is not regulator.
Okay.
IRDA is the insurance regulator for the capital market and mutual fund. SEBI handles it. Banking thing, it is handled by RBI. Pension and PF, it is handled by PFRDA. These are the regulators. Others are not regulators. They are government appointed regulators there. They regulate all these things. Okay. So it is the
Okay, sir.
360 degree view of the customer and their profile for acquiring more business for them. So what is your customer and their profile, what they do and what they spend, how much is their worth. So according to that, you can dig into their inside and see that what is their requirement. And according to that, you can make your product and services designed for them and you can sell them more and more. So acquiring more business from them is about the customer relationship management. So objective is to build a long-term profitable relationship with specific customers. So individual customer, you have to target who the customers are actually potential profitable customers. All the customers, you cannot do this customer relationship management. Okay, so this is thing here. So what is this 360-degree view? Means you are tracking the customers detail everything dynamically, offering them matching products and services as per their need. You are making cross-selling, you are making upselling to them of your products and services to satisfy their changing needs, which is changing from. So you are basically what you are trying, you are keeping him happy forever so that more and more business can be acquired and you get your profits here from them. So what are the stages of customer relationship management? So first is you have to capture the profile. So first you capture the customer profile. What is he? What is his age? Where he works? What is his income? What is his net worth? How is spending habit? All these are the different profile. So after this profile is known to you, you dissect the profile. You dig into the profile to find information common information about him so that you can use that common information to design your specifically made product and services for them, and offering you can offer those products to them. Finally you will offer the products and services to the targeted or segmented customer for whom you have created this profile from that information bucket or information you have collected with the right kind of pricing. So all the marketing 7P we are using again. And after that, or not only that, you are selling the product, you sell your product. After selling the product, since we are banking industry, you have to take care of the after sale service also. So after sale service is also important. Like if car is purchased, what is the after sale service of your car, Hyundai or say say any of the car, Tata, Hyundai, Maruti or any of the car? How the after sale service is there? So people will go for this additional thing. After sale service is good, then I will be definitely buying this car. So providing after sale services for customer satisfaction, then tracking the customer information regularly for designing new product and services as per their changing needs. So these are the different stages of customer relationship management, just to keep him happy and keep them for a longer period with you. Then what is the benefit of CRM? So basically benefits means if you are providing all the things to the customer, if he is satisfied, then it improves the customer satisfaction, so that your cross-selling potential, the upselling potential is increased. It helps to derive increased share of wallet of the customer. So it will be possible that he will buy more and more from you. It enhances the operational efficiency of the bank also. So more and more customer will come so that your your bank is coping to the competition in the retail market so that the customer are with you. So some lot of benefits are basically the benefits are more if you are doing this CRM. Basically, our objective is to make more profit from one customer, more and more sale and more profit from one customer. Results in better relationship with the customer, and they will be staying with us because nowadays, since technology is there, so all the profile data, every data can be easily handled by the computer itself. There is no need of manpower. One person can utilize the data of hundreds of customers and they can easily handle those customers. Hundred of customers can be handled by one person. So this is about the CRM. And what is the customer optimization? Optimization means the essence of CRM through new customer acquisition, retaining the existing customer, and expansion of profitable customer base. As I told you, you can attract new customer, but attracting new customer is costly and it is a little bit difficult. So retaining the existing customer is the main thing. Number one thing, you retain the customer so that they will be not leaving you. They will become loyal to you. And definitely, if they are loyal, they can bring in at least one or two customers, which will be your new customer from your own effort to acquire new customer. Because customer retention is more important for the part that more valuable and profitable customers to be targeted for excellent service and product of the bank by offering them those things to increase the duration of relationship. And if that is done, your profit is coming. So basically, finally, the result will be expansion of profitable customer base. So you are again encouraging them to purchase more and more from you. What are the products and services you are having and you are offering? And shifting other less profitable customer to low cost delivery channel. So you have to segment or group those things which are your high profile customers and which are your low profiled customers. Means high profile customers will bring you high profits and low profile customer will bring you low profit or no profit. So basically our aim is to divert this low profile customer to low cost delivery channels. So low cost delivery channels will be used for them. For high profile customer or those being high profit to the bank, a personalized channel can be created for them to give them the personalized service, because our aim to retain them and so that they will have a longer duration of relationship with the bank. Okay, so basically you can say why CRM. Basically it is about, if your successful CRM is done, then definitely you are increasing your operational efficiency. So when operational efficiency is increased, so definitely you can cut your costs. So cost, you can cut your costs. Certain type of costs can be also reduced. Managing the operational cost and delivery cost can be reduced by increasing the operational efficiency. So how it is done? So branch banking is costlier. So you should go for not opening new branches, or you can close down branches. So lesser number of branches means less operational cost. So that you can use other delivery channels like ATMs or kiosks or e-galleries or internet banking, mobile phone banking. So people will be opting for those other channels which are less costlier than the branch banking. Because a person who visits a branch for any type of services he wants, it has been researched that the branch spends at least 40 rupees per customer. But when he goes to a ATM, to do some of the transaction. Normally in India, ATM means cash withdrawal only, other things are not done, but ATMs are used, can be used for other services also. So if this person doesn't go to the bank but uses ATM, only 18 rupees is the cost. It is reduced by how much? 22 rupees. Now, if this person uses the mobile phone or smartphone, then cost to the bank is hardly 4 rupees. So see, if you are moving from the banks to alternate delivery channel, your operational costs are coming down, cutting your costs. So your profit has retained. Then second is deriving more value from the employees. So employees are efficient, so you can improve the employees' productivity by giving them more training, special skills or talents. Thing can be taught to them, placing them in their specific expert domain. So people who are expert in foreign exchange, they can be foreign exchange. Those who people are interested in risk management, they can put in the risk management. So deploying, some people are very good at sales and marketing, they can put there in that. So effective CRM solution would help the employees to improve the efficiency and overall productivity of the bank. Increasing competition in the banking. Basically, retail banking is now the toughest competition, is facing toughest competition in the banking industry in India. To create a better positioning of the bank, whether your market capture is at what number, 1, 2, 3, or 4, CRM is most important thing. Without CRM, you cannot capture the market. And through these CRM programs, bank may achieve a good position in the retail banking market. Rising of NPA. You cannot avoid NPA, but you can control that. Okay. So in retail banking also, NPA is also there. Basically, retail banking, we see more NPA in the personal loan, credit card, and education loan. Sometimes we are seeing this thing. So strategic business decision to be taken by the bank to control this NPA. You cannot eliminate NPA. So more control will be there. So shrink this NPA or restrict this NPA in the. Some banks have decided to switch over from the such products which are becoming NPA by dropping those things from their business list. Basically, the need is to control the NPA level. They are dropping those personal loan and other things. They are totally dropping. They are not giving NPA. Then you can increase your income by introducing these fee-based products and services like selling of bank guarantees, selling of LC, selling of mutual funds, selling of insurances. So that can be done. Then efficient delivery channels. You need to have the best delivery channels which are operating seamlessly without interruptions so that customer is not facing any challenge. So that is also very important. If there is some interruption or something, suppose somebody wants to do some transaction and the server, your bank server say it is not working, try after some time through internet banking or through mobile banking. He is trying for the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes to send somebody some money in urgence and it is not working. So your delivery channels should be efficient enough. It should be seamless. It is a part, it is not done by manual, it is a machine. So you should have modern technology which works seamlessly without any break, without any glitch, without any problem. So technology application has to be robust, to be modern, to be up to date. Otherwise, you will fall behind in the market. Having the most modern technology is not sufficient because every day the upgradation is required. You need to recreate more security measures. That is rebuilding the security measures from day to day after day so that your customer's safety is more important. Now the cyber crimes are increasing. So only technology application is not there. It has to be upgraded and security features have to be updated And the firewalls has to be made so strong and concrete that nobody can hamper the customer data or financially a loss can be happening to your customers. So these are the things for which CRM is important. Okay. Next is about BCSBI. This is BCSBI is a banking code and standard board of India, has been formed by RBI. For the first 5 years. RBI has given funding has been given by RBI after 5 years. So it started in the year 2011, I think. From 2016, it has become independent. So it has been established to promote good and fair banking practices through offering up minimum standards to the customer. While dealing the customer, the codes are there, banking code. This is the banking code. So some codes are there for the bankers. So these codes has to be followed by the banker. So these codes are called minimum standard, which has to be followed by each and every employee of the bank to give a good and fair banking services to the customer. This is because of the fact that to increase the transparency in respect of the offers made by the bank, the fees charged by the bank, the different kind of charges which are levied to the customer, rate of interest which is applicable as per the RBI's guidelines, terms and conditions of the different types of banking products and services. So that should be a transparency. No hidden thing is there. Because once you are hiding something and customer is trapped, then he cannot go out. So he'll be in a problem. So for that, it has to be a transparent one. You should be telling to the people everything about your charges, your offers, your fees, your rate of interest, everything. Nothing should be hidden. So that a fair and cordial relationship with the customer is developed. To encourage the market forces through competition to achieve higher operating standard is the main aim of BCSBI. So basically it is done to foster the confidence in the banking system by the customer. Customer will be protected, customer protection, because they will think that apart from RBI, somebody else is there also taking care of our services to be done by the banks. So somebody is there who is taking care of these things. So this way, customers are having full confidence in the banking system in India. And through this code, if it is applied by each and every employee, bank needs to honor and comply with what they have promised. Before attracting the customer, what you have promised, that has to be fulfilled by the bank to the customer. And these codes are to be displayed by the banks as their commitments. So this is what the BCSBA is made for. So it is totally a voluntary code. It provides the protection to customer and explains that how the banks are expected to deal with the individual customer for the day-to-day operations. It is regarding the changes in the interest rate, changes in the fee charges, changes in terms and condition, and even collection of the dues from the customer. It is about the recovery. When the loan recovery is not done, when the people from the bank officers are going, what is the code to be followed by the bank official? This is to be very carefully done, because so many things are written. One of the things is that you should remember question normally asked. Normally, whenever banks staff or representatives are going for recovery to customers' office or customer place, they should be only going between morning 7 hours, 7 p.m. to evening 7 p.m. 7 a.m. to within this period only they can visit the customer's place. Not before 7 a.m., not after 7 p.m. Unless the special circumstances of the customer business or occupation requires, or customer tells them to come at that time. Otherwise, they should go by within this period. And they should not indulge in any of the violent activity. Banks should not use any of the forces or muscle or any of the power while going for recovery thing. So another thing, the customer or borrower would be contacted ordinarily at the place of customer choice. And in the absence of any specified place at the place of customer residence, and if unavailable at the customer residence, then at the place of business should be the place where the bank will go. So these are the some rules and codes which are for collection of dues. Similarly, some of the codes are for SME, uh, this SME advances, how the rules to be followed. So different codes are there. So basically, the complaint, grievances, and feedback are received by the BCSBI. Changes in the minimum balance requirement, dormant or inoperative accounts. So these are the different things which are there in the code, and various things are applicable. So you think this return of securities and repayment of loan. If a loan is been repaid by the borrower, within what time the security which is obtained by the bank as collateral, within what time it should be returned to the borrower. So it says that within 15 days it should be returned. Transfer of borrowed account. Suppose one borrower wants that from this bank to other bank, it should be taken. So that bank is taking over the account. So one bank who is leaving this account, that has to be carried out within a 21 days. So certain rules and regulations are there, which the BCSBI states as a code for the bank. It has to be followed. Okay. Next 2-3 things are there. We'll see. Next is securitization of asset. This is, I think, if anybody knows about securitization, or should I explain this? Huh? You know about securitization, or just I'll leave it?
So please explain.
Yes or no? Should I explain?
Sir, explain, sir.
Okay. So this is under SARFAESI Act. One process is securitization, because SARFAESI Act is a combination of 4 things. SARFAESI full form is securitization and reconstruction. So one is securitization, second is reconstruction of financial asset. So securitization and reconstruction of financial asset and enforcement of security interest. This is the third one. So here 3 things are available: securitization, reconstruction, enforcement of security interest, and 4th thing is, which is available in SARFAESI Act, is your central registry. So these are the 4 things which is available under SARFAESI Act. So one of the thing is securitization of asset. What is this securitization of asset? You should be knowing. So basically, securitization asset is not only for the NPA asset, it can be for a performing asset also. So what is this process? Process is that in case of securitization, the bank has NPA. Bank has NPA. So different types of NPA are there. So bank, what will do? One type of uniform type of loan, bank will make a package of it. Say some housing loan assets are there which are NPA. So bank will bundle this one or make a pack of all the housing loan up to certain limit. Say housing loan above, say 10 lakh above. So whatever NPA is there, they will bundle it. Now, housing loan means definitely every housing loan is with a collateral security of mortgage of a property. So that mortgage of property has the financial value. So this is called underlying asset value. So this is the collateral security, which is a property. It has got underlying value. So value is there. But bank has not yet sold this thing through SARFAESI or something. They have not sold it. They have still holding all these things and NPA is there. Now bank wants to sell it, sell the NPA to some third party. They are the securitization people or reconstruction people. So basically asset reconstruction companies are there. They can buy this. The entire NPA will be bought by them. That is one process. So what is the benefit of the bank? Because if the bank sells this, entire balance sheet of the bank will be cleared of this amount of NPA. So it is clear. There is no problem. So balance sheet is clean. So bank can start fresh with a new loan because they have sold. Now, why ARC or the securitization people will buy those NPA? Because they will buy this NPA because there is an underlying value of these properties available, which can be sold by them or used by them. So suppose this is 100 rupees of NPA. When this ARC buy this, they will not buy it for 100 rupees. They will say that since they are NPA, there will be so much things to be done which you are not doing. So I want to buy at a price of 80 rupees only. I will not pay 100 rupees. So bank is also ready to part with all this NPA at 80 rupees because if bank wants to sell all these things, it might take 2 year, 3 or 4 year time. They do not know. So at present, I am getting 80 rupees without any manual thing, everything to be done. How much time taken, I don't know. So it is a good option to get 80 rupees now. Now this ARC company, when they get it, they can do whatever they want to. They can sell it or they can do it. And one of the procedure what they do, normally it is not so popular in India. So they can do the securitization process. This is very common in the USA and other people. What is the securitization process? Basically what they do, because it has the underlying property value. So they will value the entire asset and say value is created. So what they will, that amount of value, say entire value, say 100 crore value. Say 100 crore of value is there. So this asset, total asset of NPA of housing loan is valued at 100 crore right now. So this 100 crore value will be converted to marketable securities. Marketable securities like your security receipt, like a share or something like that. They are called security receipts. They call security receipt, or they are called pass-through certificates. They are not shares or bonds like that. They behave like they are equal to those things which are marketable in the secondary market. Anybody can trade those things, but they are called security receipts or pass-through certificates. And this process of securitization is done by a specialized person who do it. The ARC might be having that specialty, or ARC can use those special expertise thing, which is called SPV. They are called special purpose vehicle. They will do this process of securitization on behalf of the ARC, or the bank can also go for securitization directly without involving ARC also. So SPV is a trustee. They will be doing this for a fee. So what they are doing, they are dividing this asset into different types of share-like thing, which are called security receipt and or pass-through certificates. And these will be offered to investors. The investors are not individual investor. Normally in India, this is not allowed for retail individual investor. This is investor will be qualified institutional buyers. These industries or say LIC or any financial institution, they are the qualified institutional buyer. They will be buying this. Why they will buy it? Because they know that this has got underlying value. So at any point of time, this value is there. So this value. So suppose investor are paying this money. So investor, when they invest that money, the money will be received and the money goes to the ARC or the bank. So if the ARC has purchased 80 rupees, the ARC gets back 80 or more rupees also. Then when these properties are sold or any of the loan holder, borrower comes and pays the amount and he wants the property back, then amount which is received, they are passed on to the investors as a return. So this is the process of securitization. See, briefly, this is a longer process. Normally in USA, not only they are doing for the performing asset, also such things are done for securitization process so that investors can invest their money and this becomes a capital for the bank which can be used for the, as a fund to further lend. So they are not going to borrow money from the market or the regulator. They can do this through the securitization process. So basically, this is converting assets into marketable securities. This is done by the special purpose vehicle. They will issue these pass-through certificates or security to the investors. Investor will pay the money, and these are the share-like thing which are held by the investor against their share which is bought by them. And they will get the return when the return comes from the ARC or the bank who does this securitization process. Okay, so there are two things are there, which is asset-backed security and asset-backed by mortgage. So basically, when these home loans are done, housing loans are created for securitization, they are called assets backed by mortgages. In housing loan, properties are mortgages. So when housing loan securitization is done, it is also termed as asset backed by mortgages. Other than housing loan, if it is some other security which is available, not under mortgage, it can be assignment, it can be pledge, or it can be hypothecation. Those are called asset backed by securities. So this is the thing which is securitization of asset. Okay. Now housing loan, how it is given. Housing loan sanctioned based on the income and age of the borrower. So main is that on the basis of income and age of the borrower, the housing loan should be sanctioned. So housing loan is given for construction of the house or for outright purchase of a flat or apartment or any building for self-dwelling house. Means you have to stay there. And this is the way how the process is done. So basically, it is done on the basis of income of the borrower. Through income, we can know that how much amount, quantum of loan can be given to the borrower. And age of the borrower is important because age is the decider factor about the tenure of the loan. According to the tenure, the EMI will be fixed. Longer tenure, EMI will be low. Shorter tenure, EMI will be higher. So in this case, how much EMI to be paid? Again, it is based on the income. So according to that, quantum of the loan has to be done. So basically, this is the main thing. Suppose the cost of the house is say 40 lakh. Suppose somebody wants to buy a house at for 40 lakh. And normally bank will not give totally 40 lakh. So for housing loan, there is a margin which might be 15%. So 15% margin, suppose somebody wants to take a loan for 20 years period. So definitely his age should be less than 50 years. Then he can get a loan of 20 years period. If it is less than 50 months, up to 70 years, the loan can be given as a customer. So 20 years period can be given. So age of the borrower should be less than 50. and 40 lakh loan he wants, 15% is the margin. That means 6 lakh has to be borne by the borrower. So maximum loan can be given as 34 lakh. Suppose the gross income of the borrower, is say rupees 1 lakh per month. Gross salary 1 lakh per month. That means as for housing loan thing, his net take home pay should not be less than 40% of the gross salary. So you can say that net take home pay should be at least 40,000. So you see what are the deductions are there, including those deduction plus this 40,000 plus the EMI of the loan. So whatever deductions is already there plus EMI of this 34 lakh should not be more than 60,000. So it cannot be more than 60,000, because if it is more than 60,000, then net take home pay will be less than 40,000, which is not eligible. So you will see that 34 lakh of loan for a period of 20 years, suppose rate of interest is say 6.75% your bank is offering. So you can calculate what is the EMI. So you will see that this EMI plus whatever the deductions of the person is there, these two together should not be more than 60,000, so that he can be sanctioned a amount of 34 lakh. Okay, so this is what the thing is. So EMI will be calculated, he will be there. Then after the sanction is clear, then you have to take the different thing like what is the cost. So he is buying outright purchase or construction. If it is a construction, then cost of construction should be given by him. And if it is an outright purchase, then what is the cost of property, registration charges, valuation charges, everything should be there. Then legal opinion of the property has to be done. So 30-year search report has to be done by the paneled advocate, so that you should know that there is no encumbrance on the property. Then bank's official will go for inspection. After that, sanction is done. Sanction advice to be accepted by the borrower. Then documentation has to be done as per the document on the stamp paper. Document is created. After that, the property, so disbursement can be made. Disbursement of the loan should be made. After the loan disbursement is made, then he gets the title deed in his name, registered transfer of the title deed in his name. After the title deed is received, then the bank will take the original title deed, keep it with, and create the mortgage. And after that, the loan process is complete. Then you give a time from which he will start the EMI. So this is the process of vehicle loan. Housing. Similarly, vehicle loans are also sanctioned. Vehicle loans can be sanctioned for new vehicle or second-hand vehicle also, for four-wheeler or two-wheeler. So different banks have different type of thing available. So according to the age of the vehicle, so it can be. So normally for a four-wheeler purchase, 7-year period of loan can be given. If it is two-wheeler, it can be for 3 to 5 year period can be given. So in that case, you have to take the income of the borrower, see the thing, and after the vehicle is bought, then through RTO, it has to be, the bank's charge has to be hypothecation on the vehicle to be marked in the RTO, so that he cannot sell the vehicle to anybody else without the bank's consent. And the EMI, which is decided on the rate of interest and the amount of loan, he will start paying from immediately. But in case of housing loan, sometime for construction of the loan, some moratorium period can be sanctioned. 6 months or 1 year moratorium can be given. But outright purchase, no moratorium is given. Once the outright purchase has been done, completed, they get the registration certificate. From the next month onwards, EMI will be started. Okay. So this much for today. Little bit of thing, two things are there which I could not discuss. Tomorrow, before doing the numericals, I will rather I will discuss one thing which is the reverse mortgage loan. Within 2 minutes, it can be done. That is, this reverse mortgage loan is a totally reverse of the housing loan. So housing loan, normally to buy house, bank is giving loan. Now reverse mortgage is already somebody is there in the house. It is his house. Now he is giving this house to the bank as security. A bank is paying him the monthly installment against the security of that house. So that is reverse mortgage loan scheme, and it is applicable to the senior citizen only. That means 60 years and above. In case of couple, if husband, wife, or couple, they are availing this, the age of spouse should be more than 55. The main borrower should be 60. His husband or wife should be at least 50 years old. More than 50, more than 55. So 55 plus to be the eligible. And the borrower must have a fully owned house. In case of couple, at least one of them must own a house, which must have future existence of life of at least for 2 years. That means that life expectancy of the property should not be less than 2 years. Then bank will grant that. So properties that are rented out or used for commercial purpose are not eligible under this reverse mortgage loan scheme. Okay, these are the conditions. And what is the quantum of loan? How much loan can be given? Loan of minimum of 1 lakh can be given. A maximum of 1 crore can be given under reverse mortgage scheme. Minimum is this 1 lakh, maximum is 1 crore based on the property value. So how this property valuation is done? Normally on the property, whatever the marketable value of the property is there, one loan to value ratio is created by the bank. So for metro cities, the LTV is 90% for metro cities. For urban areas, it is 80%. Other than metro, urban area, 80%. If it is other areas, then LTV is 70%. That means if the house is for 10 lakh, then 90% can be given by the bank. So 9 lakh can be given the bank. If it is an urban area, 8 lakh. If it is other area, 7 lakh can be given by the bank as a loan. And this loan can be obtained by the this borrower, either as a lump sum money, or he wants that he should get it monthly, quarterly, or half yearly. Bank will pay those things in that installments. And the tenure of loan is minimum 15 years or maximum 20 years. Some of the banks are also providing for 20 years. So if the borrower's age is between 60 to 65, then this 15 and 20 years is applicable. If it is more than 65 years borrower, then this becomes 10 and this becomes 2. So minimum becomes 10, maximum becomes 20. And taxation, about taxation, the amount of loan which is received by the borrower as reverse mortgage loan are not taxable under Income Tax Act. So whether it is lump sum or installment wise they get it, they are not taxable at all. A repayment or settlement, borrower need not pay the amount if he do not have the source to pay amount in his lifetime. Loan shall become due or become repayable only when the last survivor borrower dies, or they opt to sell the property permanently, or finally, suppose the borrower dies, then their legal heirs will be there, next kin will be there. Whatever they want, it can be done. If they want to acquire the house, they can pay back the amount, they can acquire the house. If they do not want to acquire the house, then it becomes the property of the bank. So bank will sell it and recover the entire amount. If there is surplus, then that should be returned by the bank to them. So these are the repayment and settlement in case of this reverse mortgage launching. Okay. So how this EMI etc. is done, we will do it tomorrow in the numericals tomorrow, and 2 classes are due. Only one thing is left which I could not discuss. I was supposed to discuss almost 9:50 is today we have exceeded 20 minutes. So that is about the capital gain tax. Capital gain tax, normally one question comes. So tomorrow while doing the numerical of capital gains tax, I will discuss, I will tell you what is this capital gain tax is. So that it will be easily understood by you why this capital gain tax and how it is calculated. One question comes, so you can easily do those questions. So this is, I almost covered everything. Almost most of the things I will cover. I think 80% of thing has covered, because everything 100% cannot be covered in the classes. So I hope we have learned little bit of thing. So tomorrow we will have 2 sessions, in the morning session as well as evening session. We will try to solve as many as numericals possible. Okay. So those numericals, the solution is not with me. I'll be working on the screen only. You have to be careful for that. I can provide you the question afterwards, but solutions are not with me. I will be doing as per the formula. I will be writing in the board, this screen. You will be noting them in your notebook, because I can provide you the questions, but solution are not in the computer. I have not made, so it will not be possible. So from today I am telling you, so do not ask me that solution I need, solution I need. I cannot give. Whatever is to be done in the screen, you please note it side by side. While I am doing it, you will also do it. Please note those things so that it will be a record for you. You can do them. Okay. So meet you tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Modi sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, sir,
Yeah. Tell me.
sir. In case of housing loan, 60%, all the deductions should be in 60%, and 40% he has to take home. So,
नहीं तो घर में खाएगा क्या? आप अगर 90% इंस्टॉलमेंट दे दोगे तो खाएगा क्या है? बचेगा कैसे? खाओगे क्या आप? So उसीलिए that is the logic behind it. That's why this net take home pay is made. Whether he is getting some extra income, that is immaterial. What is the official income? For that, it is made that he should have at least 40% of his total salary to run his family. अरे घर भी चलाएगा, फिर घर को भी मेंटेनेंस करेगा, कहाँ से पैसा आएगा अगर 40,000 नहीं रहेगा?
yes, sir.
So net take home pay should not be less than 40%.
Okay.
अगर नहीं है तो आप सैंक्शन नहीं कर सकते. That is a violation of the sanction of housing.
Okay.
Other than housing loan, it is 50%. Do you know? Net take home pay should be 50%. हाउसिंग लोन के लिए 40% किया गया. अगर हाउसिंग लोन ले रहे हो इस प्राइवेट बेसिस, कोई घर रहना चाहता है रहने के लिए अपना, रेंट में नहीं रहेगा, उसीलिए इसको कम किया गया 40%. अदरवाइज फॉर ऑल अदर लोन्स, पर्सनल लोन्स, एवरीथिंग, द नेट टेक हome pay is 50%. Not should not be less than 50%.
Okay.